Okay guys, 9.4, the tangent ratio. I'm just going to go back to this in case anybody was absent. We're going to start with our definitions and theorems. First of all, a trigonometric ratio is a ratio of two sides in a right triangle. And I'm putting right in capital letters. I'm also putting it in a box because keep in mind, just like the Pythagorean theorem, if it's not a right triangle, trigonometric ratios will not work. An angle of elevation is an angle formed between the horizontal looking up. So for example, if we have our little dude down here, okay, he's going to look straight out. That is your horizontal. We also call that the line of sight. And then he's going to look up into the air, and the angle formed right there is going to be your angle of elevation. So moving on, labeling a right triangle, and we actually did this when we did our activity in class, if you were there for that. First of all, we have this little like hook thing with a line through it. Typically, if you write it, it looks like a little Olympus look O. That is your Greek symbol theta, and that is your reference angle, which tells you which angle you should be looking at. So on both of these triangles, if we're going to label, we're going to start with the hypotenuse, and we're going to start with the hypotenuse. And on both triangles, the hypotenuse is the same. Keep in mind it's the longest side, the slanted side, the side across from the 90-degree angle. On version 1, if we look at theta in the bottom right-hand corner, and then I go across the triangle, this would be your opposite side, which means this is your adjacent side, which is the side that is actually touching theta, touches right there. That is not the hypotenuse, because the hypotenuse also touches it, but it's the side that touches it that's not the hypotenuse. On version 2, if I change where theta is, now I go across the triangle, this is now my opposite side, which means this is now my adjacent side. So by changing theta or changing your reference angle, you change the opposite and adjacent side. Last but not least, we're going to focus on the tangent ratio. We've got some good definitions in here, but really what you need to know is you need to know the tangent of theta, or the tangent of whatever angle you're looking at, is the ratio of the opposite side over the adjacent side.